Hear ye. The Midnight Revelations content update goes live June 16th. That is the week after my birthday. Hey. Take the next step in thwarting the forces of the Void. Hunt down their leaders in 2 new areas and uncover new sources of power. Players also face a new single boss raid in Sporefall, and Turbulent Timeways returns with the Dragonflight dungeons with a new slate of rewards. I don't know if I'm gonna skim through. I'll go ahead and read through stuff. This doesn't seem like so bad. So this is gonna be one of those kinds of blog reads, folks. So strap in. Travel to Val and Nagtal to quell leaders of the Void. Facing the forces of the Void and Void assaults and ritual sites isn't enough to stop their machinations. To cut the threat off at its source, you'll need to hunt down the leaders behind those brutal attacks on Azeroth. Track them through a portal in Voidstorm, leading to 2 new locations, Val and Nighttown. So, surprise, surprise, the whole Zeltad thing and all that, it ain't done. Now, we've seen these places before. We've seen versions of like these worlds as we were doing like some Legion stuff late in that expansion, and we visited like little pockets of these worlds, and now we're going to see like more fleshed out versions. The portal to these worlds is unstable and switches destinations every week, bringing a rotating set of challenges and experiences. Players can undertake world quests, defeat rares, take part in events, and ultimately have a showdown with the leaders as world bosses. The word showdown has been thrown around a lot, so I don't quite get it myself. But basically, and it looks like this is a change from what was initially announced. It's going to be every week we rotate to a new zone. So there's going to be like new stuff to collect, bosses to farm, and what have you. So basically, more place for violence, if you want, if that floats your boat. We're going to get some player power, which I talked about in an earlier weekly. I'm not very impressed by it with the numbers, but oh well. Join Magister Umbric and Grand Magister Ramith on a mission to reconfigure and restore the Sunstrider Omnium. This ancient elven relic was originally created by Deathmar Sunstrider to study and observe the various schools of magic and to serve as an academic repository. After years of silence, the Sunstrider Omnium has now reawakened, unsettling the Magisters and sowing disarray among them. Once unlocked, you'll be entrusted with the Omnium Folio, a runic ledger containing powerful runes of power you can use in battle. Continue taking part in the weekly activities to imbue more runes, customizing these initial runes and unlocking their maximum potential to aid you in the fights against the Void. It's pretty passive with the way that it functions. I'd say the biggest benefit that you get from this is some story. I ain't mad at that. So you're gonna get some story about elven stuff, magical things. There were some like nice little, not reveals, but there's some nice little cameos from characters as you're doing this quest line. So that part was kind of neat. One of the big things that will be coming from this upcoming patch is a raid. We're going to get a mid raid. Actually, not even a mid raid. It's more like the last third of the season raid. Introducing a new single boss raid located in Herondar. You'll face the fungal giant Rotmire in Raid Finder, Normal, Heroic, and Mythic difficulties. Players can also undertake Mythic difficulty in flexible groups of 15 to 25 players. You'll earn a variety of rewards, including the Luminous Spore Glider mount. Now, it's going to be a place to flex some of that new power that we'll be gaining, which hopefully will mean like a little something or other. It'll be a chance for me to, for us to actually try out Mythic content, because my guild doesn't really do that sort of stuff. And then here is the mount that we can get. Yay. And there's like some decent gear that you get as well. It's like super upgraded. It's pretty strong. Go lore walking with the Loa. So more lore walking stuff is happening. Experience the lore of the Loa with assistant lore walker Lily. You'll dive deeper into the stories of the Zandalari, the Chakari, the Gurabashi, and Darkspear trolls. We're about to enter like this really kind of troll heavy lore setup in 12.1. That's the vibe that definitely seems to be coming in. So troll fans, yay. There's going to be a new mini activity. Help Loa Speaker Breck hatch Janeli's new eggs. With the return of this Loa comes a return to past traditions. She's ready to bring a new clutch of eggs into the world, but Loa Speaker Breck requires assistance with the ceremony and with ensuring all the Loa's young are released safely from their eggs. Be a part of welcoming the first of her offspring and protecting them as they take their first steps. I don't know if that's been tested on the PTR yet, I usually don't really look at that sort of stuff, but this has the whole vibe of the whole dragon hatchling thing that was happening during Dragonflight, and I thought that was fun. All right, run, leap, and cheer during the Darkspear Dash micro holiday on June 27th. So similar to the running of the gnomes, they are doing the running of the trolls. So join the Darkspear trolls and their Zandalar allies as a race from Echo Isles to Silvermoon City for an in-game event inspired by the running of the trolls community event. Prepare to run, leap, and spread rainbow cheer along the routes. So it's been a typical community thing that they've been doing. They're just folding it into a micro holiday if you want to join in for realsy. And another big one, Turbulent Timeways comes back 2 weeks after the patch. So it's going to come June 30th. And then here is the schedule of how that's going to work. So we're going to get 6 weeks of Turbulent Timeways, starting with Dragonflight, ending with Dragonflight, but then we're also going to have a BFA, Shadowlands, vanilla stuff, and then TBC. So we're not going to go through like the entire spread as what we would sometimes expect because, we just don't have enough expansions. And then there's going to be, of course, a whole bunch of transmog to pick up. So there's time walking going on right now if you want to start farming up for badges. And then we have lore stuff. So there's lore walking stuff, and then there's going to be actual story content that will lead us into 12.1. When the Heronir call for a special gathering, Zul'Jin attends as the Imani representative, only to be drawn into an ancient mystery surrounding the legacy of the Imani trolls. Join him and his uncle Kinduru on their journey of discovery to uncover the truth. That sounds very wholesome. I haven't done this, by the way, but yeah, it sounds wholesome so far. And then there's like other stuff. And then there's all the housing stuff that I talked about. There's a video that I put out just the other day that talks about all the different decor and housing changes that are going to be coming with just this mid patch. And hopefully we'll get more with 12.1. But this is what we got happening in just, like 2 weeks or so. So strap in, get ready. Is there anything for you to prepare for? Short answer is no, there isn't really. There are things that you can start farming for a little bit early. Like if you want to really slam Void Assault and Ritual Sites, you can get those Dark Particles, and those can be used to buy gearboxes. Oh, they're just cosmetic gearboxes, but you can buy gearboxes that you can't currently get now. So if you want to start farming early, you can. If not, it's all good. Do whatever you like. And that's it. So I'll see you guys for the next thing. Leave a comment, of course, and stay safe, stay healthy, stay breezy.